What is going on, everybody? Vince!
Oh, okay, all right.
Man, listen, this is this is the Legion of Raw show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Chris Featherstone. This is Vince Russo. Got a lot to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. It is clear that the WWE is it is heck bent on giving you and throwing the kitchen sink everything. It's not about everything but the kitchen sink. It is everything and the kitchen sink, Vince Russo, to try to pop these ratings.
Dr. Chris, you want to hear something funny? Sometime this afternoon, or early in the afternoon, I got a DM from Billy Body, and Billy Body wanted to know if on YouTube tonight, because I go live on YouTube, Facebook, and also Twitch, if he, I wanted to do a watch along with him. So I said, Billy, yeah, man, I'll be happy to, bro. I'll do the watch along with you. But I explained to him my system. Mm-hmm. I come an hour and a half in. And then I fast forward through all the matches and I catch up in like an hour. Yeah. So he goes, nah, bro, come on. Let's watch the whole 3 hours, man. This is going to be a really big shoe. I'm like, Billy, are you serious? Like, bro, you really think this is going to be like, do you honestly believe? I said, Billy, this is not going to be a really big show. This is going to be another stinky Raw, and I am not sitting through it for 3 hours. And thank God I did not.
Yes, indeed. It was interesting. It's like you're yeah. It's one of those Piper things. As soon as I think I have all the answers, WWE changed the questions. It's just they're back in Texas. Huge crowd. Texas is a really good area to bring it back. It's not a lot of smart, not a lot of smart fans and things like that, as far as just to give us some distracting stuff. So, Texas is a safe place, to have their show at. But the way that they booked Raw has some interesting segments, but there was a few B-roll segments as well. And don't let the fans be in there fool you when it comes to the B-roll. There was some B-roll segments there, and there were some odd segments too. And then we got some expected segments too. So we'll talk about them all. It was announced that John Cena was coming on Raw tonight, so he kicked it off. First Raw with fans. Of course, you want to pop a rating by bringing back a legend, so you bring back John Cena to pop those ratings, to give the people what they want and give them a promo. Same type of Cena promo. Somehow it bleeds in with the Riddle segment, so they have a bro show.
I really feel like I want to gig myself with this microphone, but it's far too early in the show. Chris, bro, you know what I'm feeling like this whole show? And you'll appreciate this as a psychologist, and explain this to people. Chris, explain to people what the Pavlovian dog is. Explain that to people.
Yeah, so it comes from Pavlov, and it's someone it's basically an experiment with a dog that basically responds to certain things, buzz things, and the dog responds to Pavlovian technique.
I was feeling that 1,000% with Cena and 1,000% with Gold. Bro, we've seen this a million times, bro. Okay, ratings are in the can. We got to wheel out Cena, and the Pavlovian dogs are going to go nuts, and he's going to say the same thing and cut the promo. We're going to wheel out Gold. The Pavlovian dogs are going to go nuts, and he's going to tell somebody you're next. Chris, okay, let me break. I really want to make people understand something. I really want to make you understand. Let me tell you how I'm writing this. This is the only show where I do this. The only show I'm going to tell you how I'm writing this. Okay, bro, I understand. Off the bat, you want that huge pop by the Pavlovian dog, so you send Cena out there.
Yeah.
Okay, bro, you do Cena out there, bro. Then we do our bro. Okay, bro, this is riveting television. Man, if I'm John Cena, this is how I want to come back on TV, bro.
Oh, absolutely, brother.
Bro. Okay, bro, riveting. Bro, here's where, and Chris, I'm gonna use lazy as the reason. Because bro, there's no way everybody working in that company on a creative level, there's no way they could be this incompetent. I don't believe that. So I'm not saying they're stupid. I'm not saying they're incompetent. I'm saying they're lazy. Because Chris, this is what I'm doing. Let me tell you what I'm doing. Okay, bro, you bring him out there first, get the big pop. You want to do your stupid bro, fine. Do your bro. Okay, bro, here's what I'm doing then. We go to commercial break off of that, okay? Before we get to the match, we go to the back and we get an interview with Cena as he's exiting.
Okay.
Hey, bro, as he's exiting, a limo pulls up. Goldberg gets out of the limo. Now, bro, keep this in mind too, Chris. I want people to understand this. Chris, they want the pop of the live crowd. They want to see Goldberg for the first time in the building. Okay, bro, then play this just for home. You don't need to play this in the building. Play this for your audience watching at home.
Yeah.
So, bro, I'm doing the limo pulls up, Cena's getting the interview, Goldberg out of the limo, bro, and, bro, he walks past Cena and gives him the shoulder gimmick. Bro, it's on. It's on, bro. Cena turns around, bro, goes after Goldberg. Holy crap, bro. Pull apart, go to your match in the ring. Because you know what you've just done now, bro? Now you've got a cliffhanger for the entire night. Yeah. Now for the entire night, you got a Goldberg Cena thread. This wasn't supposed to happen. What was supposed to happen was Cena was just supposed to come do a stupid bro segment, and Goldberg was just supposed to come and do the what's your next, and this happened organically. Chris, I just gave you that off the top of my head. Now, they had a week to think about this. Yeah. A week. That, bro, you talk about attitude era. No, bro, that's what I would have done. Yeah. That you've got to do stuff like this. But no, bro, we had the Pavlovian dog. Here's Cena. Yeah, here's my washcloth. Okay, yeah, here's Goldberg. Bro, how many times are they going to wash, rinse, repeat? Wash, rinse. How many times, Chris?
Yeah. Agreed, man. And again, I think that would have been a much, much better option than what we saw, was just the same, expected pop type deal. We know what this segment is going to be slotted for. We know what this segment is going to be slotted for. We know what this segment is going to be slotted for. And I think that is one of those things that makes it different, makes it catchy, and it also sets up something for the future. You know what I mean? It's simply like that's what they did with Goldberg and Brock. They started the Survivor Series in November for 4 months, at WrestleMania, 4 months later. So and they weren't even on the same brand at that time. So they really set that up. And then they had the Royal Rumble deal when they, caused the person to be eliminated, all those things. And they were on separate brands. So they were really building that up for months. And that started off by like a walk past in the backstage. And so I agree. I think that could have been something that could have been a cliffhanger for WrestleMania, for a Royal Rumble, something that, and you don't even have to go back to it immediately. Yep. You can still do your whole Cena gimmick with Reigns. Cena doesn't even have to appear on Raw. I agree. You didn't even need Cena to do the whole promo, that he did with the bro segment. That was ridiculous. Oh. And it still keeps the comical just really, type of hokiness from Cena away. We don't want that. It brings more of a Fast 9 or Suicide Squad type of strong babyface feel to him. If you want to go back to the reality segment, he's a huge movie star now. He starred in F9 and Suicide Squad. He was a heel in F9 actually, and so if he wants to play that type of role as a babyface still, but still really like vengeful and still kind of tough. You do that segment with Goldberg and then make it seem really interesting. So honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to Goldberg versus Cena at WrestleMania. It's not one of those, a legend comes back to put a new guy over, because they're not really over. It's a WrestleMania attraction of Goldberg versus Cena. So I agree with that. I think that's a good idea. Viking Raiders and Riddle defeats John Morrison, AJ Styles, and Omos. We go back to the 50-50 here. I mean, Viking Raiders lose yesterday. Riddle lose in the Money in the Bank match. And then the 6-man, somehow this leads to Morrison and AJ Styles and Omos losing. AJ Styles and Omos are the tag team champions. Omos gets hit with the dripstick, thinks that it's The Miz. Somehow they plan as Omos is so dumb or something like that, is so confused that he thinks it's The Miz. Morrison says, okay, let me get my boys back. He gets thrown in. AJ Styles stops him from chasing The Miz, as if AJ Styles is defending The Miz all of a sudden. Again, we get right back to confusing booking Raw, even with fans there.
Oh, okay. Chris, listen, I don't know because I don't follow it that closely because I don't care about it. Is Miz legitimately hurt?
He is, yes.
Is he wheelchair hurt?
Yeah, he jacked up his ACL.
Okay, so he's legitimate. Okay, because it's like, my God, bro, like how long we gonna like?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, bro, and think about this, Chris. Think about this. This is the first Monday night back in front of the people. And bro, this is your opening match.
Right.
A 6-man. We don't care about, maybe they care about Riddle a little. We don't care about anyone else in this match.
Yeah.
Don't
Except
care.
AJ.
Yeah. Well, do they care about AJ anymore?
He got popped. AJ, you work with AJ.
Yeah. I mean,
AJ's going to get that.
I'm not
pop anyway.
Yeah, I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm saying. But I mean, that's how you can open it. You're going to open up this show. We haven't been in front of fans with a 6-man tag. That's how we're going to.
Right. I agree. It's like you're trying to bring riveting television, and you start the first show back in a year and a half.
Chris, I could have never written that. My pen would not have ever written that on the paper. Ever, bro.
Yeah, and I agree. And Michael's making a good point here in the side chat here. No Paul Orndorff tribute. And from you working with WWE, what
they did that last week. They gave him the still.
Yeah, they didn't give him a tribute though. He's a Hall of Famer. And that's what I was about to ask you. What makes the difference between a tribute and just
that all the time? Because, bro, somebody even pointed out last week, bro, like this guy got the still. He got the China still.
Yeah.
Bro, this guy main evented the first WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like, bro, the first WrestleMania, he was such a huge, integral part. He doesn't get a 10L?
Yeah.
I say that all the time, bro. What is who determines what they get when somebody
doesn't make any sense at all? Yeah, I agree. He didn't get a salute. He didn't get an original tribute video. I mean, like he's a Hall of Famer, Vince. Yeah. I mean, why?
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, bro. Unless was he a part of that lawsuit?
He might have been. He might have been a part of the class action.
There's your answer right there, bro. That's right there. Yeah.
Yeah, he might have been a part of that class action.
Yeah.
But still, man, he's. That's why I don't understand. I don't understand the fact that regardless of any legal stuff that he was finding out with the concussions and all that, like he was one of the people who really put WWE in the map from a national standpoint, back in the mid 80s.
Silly, bro. It's so silly.
Yeah.
Chris, I'm about to on the Realm Network, Chris. I'm about to do a show that is called The Joker's Mustache, and it's a classic 1966 Batman review show.
Okay.
Bro, I'm doing it with R.D. Reynolds. Do you know who R.D. Reynolds is, bro? R.D. Reynolds is the co-author of The Death of WCW.
Okay.
And I'm doing this show with R.D. Because you know why, bro? I'm an adult, Chris. Yeah. I'm an adult, and I'm over that. But get over it, guys. This was Paul, Mr. Wonderful Orndorff, bro. Yes. Get over it, bro. If the guy was down on his luck, if the guy was broke and, he became a part of this lawsuit, bro, he's no longer with us now. Get over it.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Isn't, was it Alvarez the other person of okay. Yeah, I've heard of that book. I haven't read it yet, but I've heard of the book. Next week it's
Riker and Elias.
Oh. So we get some type of mean, look from Riker, and that leads to another Symphony of Destruction match, ladies and gentlemen. That Elias never won these. he's the guitarist, and even before that, he cuts the heel, crowd promo again, and then WWE stands for Walk with Elias and all that.
Bro, you know what's so funny, Chris? I'll tell you exactly what they did. Okay, opening up the show with this match, this hard-hitting match with a little gimmick to it, would have been a much, much, much better open than a 6-man tag. Okay, yeah. It would have been. But bro, here's why they went with the 6-man tag. Okay, this is how they're booking this show. I'm telling you, they had Cena out there. They wanted to do the bro. That was the whole point of it. Get him out there on the scooter. Do the bro. So now, bro, he's out there now. He's out there. Riddle's out there now. So now they have to do something. So you have that 6-man tag match first instead of this match, which would have been a much, much, much better opener.
Agreed, man. I agreed. I still, I don't think either one of them was preferred, but if you had one,
I'm with you. I agree with you on that.
For sure. And then Vince, what? Maybe this is a Writing with Russo episode we need to do with this Elias, because why does Elias? Is this something I missed, Vince? As far as why they're burying Elias like this,
bro? I'm just telling you, and this is factual, bro. Elias is the kind of guy that's going to pitch idea after idea after idea, and they don't like that, bro. And that's what Elias did, and that's what happened to Elias.
Wow.
Yep.
That's very, very sad.
Yep.
Next we get the backstage gimmick with Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville. Your boy Mansoor, Mustafa Ali. Mansoor requests a tag team match. Ali comes and said, "What are you talking about? I didn't request a tag team match." Mansoor says, "Oh, well, you know what? Oh, you didn't know this, but I requested it because you're right. You're right. I haven't been listening to you, but I'm listening to you now, and you're right." And so somehow they're going to have a tag team match. My question to you, Vince, is who's the tag team match going to be against? The New Day?
Bro, I got to tell you something.
Shanky and Cranky?
Bro, yeah, it looks like Shanky suggested a storyline this week.
He did.
Bro, Chris, I didn't even listen to the verdict because I got written down here two words I got here: horrible actors. Bro, these guys are atrocious. These guys, bro, they're atrocious. Now, again, if I'm doing this, bro, we are pre-taping it. And we're doing it over and over. And you know why, guys? And I say, guys, you know why we're doing it over and over again? Because A, you could do it better. And B, I'm trying to protect you. Yep. Because this is horrible.
Yeah.
And the more you do it, bro, the more reps you get, the better it's going to be. Let's do it over and over and over. This looked like it was one take, Chuck, and that's how it came across. And these guys are horrible actors, bro. Bro, let me tell you something. If you're in the wrestling business and you are a horrible actor, which is half of the performance, bro, you should have never made it to this level. You should have. That's where somebody has to tell you, you know what, bro, you don't have the it factor. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. There's no real emotion. I don't care how great a worker you are in the ring. You're missing the second half of this, bro.
Yeah.
How these guys with these bad mic skills made it this far blows me away, man.
Yeah, I think we're such in a wrestling heavy society. And to me, as someone who's been a fan for 35 years, I mean, you've been a fan for 40. And it's like, look, I remember when the riveting reality to it was a thing. And we know that wrestling is staged, wrestling is choreographed, but there was a time and age where it looked so real and the actors were so convincing that you thought that there were genuine animosity between two people. And that's how you're supposed to book it. You're supposed to book it like it's genuine animosity between two people.
Bro, did I tell you? I don't know if Chris, I don't know if I told you, if it was on another show I did on the brand, but did I just tell you this recent string of Savage promos I saw with Okerlund?
No.
Bro, this, I wish people can go back and see this because this was genius, just epic. Bro, it seemed that on his way to the interview set, Savage grabbed something. Okay, bro, he had what do you call those little paper cups, the real little ones that you could just crumble up and throw away? You know.
Yeah, the styrofoam cups.
Yeah, whatever. One
Solo cups, I think it's
one he walked out there with a little tiny paper cup.
Mm-hmm.
The whole promo was around that paper cup. Then, bro, he went out there, he had a towel in his hand. Like he literally, on his way to the promo, picked something up and made the whole promo about that inanimate object, no matter what it was. He had a pail one time. And, bro, it was absolutely, bro. Can you imagine? You've got here, you've got Mantar, and you've got Ali. Could you imagine asking them to do that? Can you imagine? Okay, guys, on the way to the ring, you're going to grab a paper cup and the promo's going to revolve around that. Can you imagine what that would look like?
Yeah, no, I can't, unfortunately. But I mean, Savage with it all the time. Who did the cup of coffee, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cream of the crop. Yeah.
I mean, and he purposely did it. And bro, he was doing that to challenge himself.
Yeah.
Can I do a 2-minute promo off of a cup?
A cup of coffee.
Doing it, man.
Yeah. So, wow, man, freak out. Yeah. I used to love when they used to, like when Savage used to do the hand gimmick and used to go back, freak out. Yeah. And he used to go pan away from the camera as he goes out and finishes his promo.
To this day, I will find myself like walking in a mall or something, right? And I'm doing this gimmick. and my wife's always behind me. She's like, "What are you?" But I'll always find myself just doing this, bro. Like always. I'm like, but bro, go watch me and Gene Okerlund and Paul Orndorff.
Yeah.
Any promo, bro. Pick one. God, man, how did we get from that to this?
Yeah. Agreed to Mansoor saying, "Hey, you know what? I booked this a tag team match. You didn't know, but you're right, and everything you said was right." Yeah. Somehow we got to get back to the cup of coffee promos. Yeah. Ask LA to do Mansoor to do a cup of coffee promo. And he'd be like, "I what?" He'll turn to Forrest Gump if he'd be dumbfounded. Next we get Charlotte Flair, her coronation ceremony, interrupted by Rhea Ripley. I mean, what do you got here? I mean, Rhea got a little bit of cheers. Charlotte got a bunch of cheers yesterday at the pay-per-view when she won. And so Fort Worth was Charlotte fans, but Dallas weren't though. So that's the reason why it's hard to build a character nowadays, because it's like you're a heel in Fort Worth, but you're facing Dallas, or the
and
other
I
way
mean,
around.
they treated Rhea Ripley for the whole night and like was treated like a baby face tonight.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, and she's the face, but she was doing some heelish things, and that's the type of stuff I talk about all the time, Vince. That's the reason why I was a part of the media Q&A back. I do covers for WrestleMania every year, and back when they were in Orlando in 2017, I was a part of a media Q&A session with Sting, Ric Flair, and Jim Ross, and Matt Stryker actually was the host of it. And so I asked a question to Sting. Sting's my all-time favorite wrestler. And I told him, I asked him, what was the dynamic of the heels? Like, how much does the dynamic of the heels and baby faces matter, and how important is it still today, right? And Sting was like, yeah, that's a good question. He talked about how without the dynamic of the clear-cut faces and the clear-cut heels, he wouldn't be the star that he is now. He wouldn't be the superstar that he is now.
Absolutely.
If it wasn't for the Flairs, if it wasn't for the Rick Rudes to dance with him, he wouldn't be as strong as a babyface as he was to get people to rally behind him. And because Sting always feuded with really, really good heels, even when he was turned heel, it was difficult for people to accept him as a heel. When he turned on Hogan, did the whole back gimmick, it was even hard for him to turn as a heel. He only lasted a heel for a few weeks because people were so like, man, Sting, why Sting, why? They were like legit, like shocked and surprised of like, why Sting, why?
And bro, heels like that, bro, there was the art of in the promos, heels like that were putting the baby face over in a heelish way in their bro. That's lost today. If you were Mantar and Ali to do that, they would look at you like you had three heads. Yeah. They would not have an idea. I did that, bro. Yeah. When I was an on-air character, I knew how to do that as a heel, how to get the baby face over. That's part of it. That's gone, bro. It's gone.
It's gone, Vince, because a lot of people nowadays, because it's such a cutthroat business, and people they do whatever they can to try to get that little 5 minutes. Like, you have to understand, Vince, Mansoor and Ali had a 30-second segment in a 3-hour show. You know what I mean? And so it's like, as much as you should be doing that, like you said, putting the baby face over, it's like everybody's kind of jockeying for that little 30 seconds, that if they feel like they're putting a baby face over, you're kind of like, that's kind of stepping on my 30 seconds. Like, I don't want to spend 15 of my seconds putting the baby face over and then only get 15 seconds. I want to get the full 30 to extend and stretch my time out. And it's sad that there's the talent is kind of conditioned to feel that way, that you can't just take some time with the storyline, put the baby face over, but everybody's just kind of fighting for that spot.
Yeah, that's a great point, bro. That's a great point.
Yeah. Next, we get the Natalya and Tamina defeating Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. I mean, this is nothing different. We did get at the end. Oh, you got a TO. 31 minutes into the show, ladies and gentlemen, we get a TO. Wait a minute.
Time out, Joey. Time out, Joey.
Why does that guy pop me every time? Every time. I know what's coming. I've seen it a million times. Why does it pop me every time? Chris. Why do we have Nia Jax headbutting Reginald if he's not going to sell it at Oh,
I was getting there. Actually,
why? She just headbutted you, and you're doing 7 flips
yeah.
on the why? You killed her. Her headbutt means nothing. The guy's flipping around after getting hit. Why, Chris?
Vince, I was thinking the same exact thing, and I was literally looking at Reginald the whole time, and I was like, "Dude, at least shake your head.
He never sold it, bro.
At least shake your head. At least do the whole, startle shake thing. Do the stop and check. Do
there was a time to do a stop and check. Stop and check for crying out loud. Nothing, bro. He never sold it at all.
Nothing. He just sat there. I mean, he just sat there.
Oh man, alive, man! If I'm Nia Jax, I'm giving him a shoot head. I'm waiting in the back.
Yeah,
and I'm giving him a shoot head. But if I'm Nia Jax,
yeah, for sure. I'm so glad you mentioned that. Because I was about to mention the same. I noticed the same thing when that happened. And then as soon as he did the headbutt, he fell. And then when they were doing their thing, and I was just looking, I was like, Reginald, shake your head. Just do the startle shake, just do the stop and check if you need to. Like, sell it, Reginald, do something. And then he just sits there for a while. And then they leave. So clearly he's waiting for his next spot because he knew that he was going to win the 24/7 championship. He's waiting for his next spot. So instead of selling it, he's waiting for Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler to go out the ring. So he's doing one of these gimmicks. And then he gets up. Okay, now I'm waiting for Akira Tozawa to get. So in Reginald's head, it's clear that he was just waiting for the next segment.
Bro, that Chris, that's the point. That's the point. Okay, bro, you could do 6 flips and you don't know that you should be selling a headbutt. Yeah. That's the problem, bro. That is the freaking problem.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, man. You got to do better than that, bro.
Yep. I agree. Again, I was thinking the same thing. Like, dude, at least come on, sell the headbutt, man. What are you doing? And that actually led to Nia Jax and Baszler leaving, abandoning Reginald. Christopher's over here saying that he said the same thing to his sister about Reginald didn't sell their headbutt. Yeah, more than us.
But here's the thing, bro. An agent is supposedly laying that out. Mm-hmm. An agent, like, so what are you doing, bro? Like, how can you lay out this guy getting a headbutt front of Nia Jax and then turning around, winning a title and flipping? How are you in the wrestling business, bro?
Yeah, and to add to that, Vince, those are just some organic and natural things that talent should be able to do to fill in time. Like, you know that you're supposed to go from the tag match gimmick to the headbutt gimmick to the 24/7 gimmick. It is your responsibility as a talent to learn to know how to bleed that time together without feeling like you're segmented. And Reginald felt like, okay, here's the tag. Okay, here's the headbutt. Okay, here's the 24/7. And it felt like that. It had that type of feel to it.
Yeah.
You as a talent, that's your responsibility to be able to go ahead and segue those things with your acting.
Bro, listen, at the end of the day, you got no business being there. I got to shake it out, Chris.
Come on, shake it out.
All right, okay, I feel better.
You got to do the shake of the shoulders. You got to do
okay, all right, I feel better. I got to get it out.
There you go, shaking shoulders. You got the stop and check. You got the shaking shoulders, ladies. There you go.
Okay, all right, I got it out. All right, I good. Moving on
now. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I think I'm gonna do some shaking shoulders in my therapy sessions from now on. So I'm gonna tell my clients, all right, you got a lot. You got a lot of your shoulders. We've been talking for a good hour now. We got to close this session. I
Yeah.
need you to stand up. We got to do the shaking shoulders. We got to get it all out. Let's get it all out. That's a trick to my clients from now on. The shaking shoulders, ladies. Next, we have Sheamus defeating Umberto Carrillo for the 100,000th time. And wasn't there a gimmick after this? After Sheamus won, or did he just win? He just won.
He just won, and we had Lashley next, right? We had Lashley next, yeah.
So that's it. So he just won, and that was it.
That's it.
So why would? Okay. So MVP cuts the promo.
Here's the funniest thing. Before we get throw Jason.
Jason Kidd. He's where timeout segment. Here we go.
Time out, Joey! Time out, Joey!
All right, Joey. Bro, here's another thing. I'm just cracking up. So Sheamus now is actually wearing a steel.
Yes.
Bro, don't you think if you're a wrestler and you're wearing a steel, don't you think at some point that's going to cut the crap out of you? Bro, that's just going to slice your face to pieces, bro. Why? First of all, why do you think they're plastic to begin with? Second of all, I'm a wrestler and I'm gonna wear a steel face mask so I can slice. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Agreed.
For your faces.
Totally agree, man. I was thinking. See, it's funny because I was thinking about like, okay, I bet you I got a feeling that Keith Lee will come in here somehow tonight. They really want to throw everything to the crowd today and the kitchen sink. And so I was thinking like, okay, so Keith Lee was actually supposed to be in the title picture earlier this year, and he was gone for 6 months. Well, he wasn't booked for 6 months. I said, okay, well, Sheamus doesn't have a opponent now. They're doing the Damian Priest thing, but they didn't even show him, did he?
No.
There was no Damian Priest. They just showed footage from last week, and there was no live Damian Priest. So I was thinking, like, okay, well, this will be a good point to bring in Keith Lee to be his next contender. But they bring Keith Lee on the next segment for the open challenge for, MVP cuts the promo. And so Keith Lee is literally up there for the purpose of jobbing out to Bobby Lashley. Okay, yeah. You know what, Keith Lee, we got something for you. I know it's been 6 months. I know that I know it's your home state. You're a Texan. We're gonna have you lose in dominant form to Bobby Lashley.
Bro, you saw back-to-back matches because you got Shanky and Cranky in between, and that's not a match.
Yeah,
you saw back-to-back matches. Bro, this is the punishment. This is the test. This is the Triple H curtain call at Madison Square Garden. I don't know who, bro. I don't know what happened. I don't know if, bro, maybe is he married to Mia?
They're not married yet. They're
a fiance.
I don't even think they're engaged yet.
Well,
I know that they're dating.
I don't know if she got him heat. Maybe she popped off at the Retribution. Who somewhere along the lines, this couple, there's a lot of heat. Yeah. A lot of heat. So this is, bro, okay, bro, all the heat. We left you at home, all the heat. Now we're going to bring you back, and now we're going to beat you because we're going to test you. We're going to see if you're good. Bro, it blows my mind. It blows my mind, Chris, that they do this to their own talent, bro. They sacrifice their own talent to make a point, bro, that, bro, we're in charge, or we have all the power. You're nothing. We can beat you like that. Bro, they did the same exact thing with Karrion Kross. That's exactly what that was. It was the same.
We'll get to that. Oh my God.
Billy did a whole show, bro, on Friday talking about all the Kross heat This is why he's got the heat. He laid it out. And sure enough, bro, no entrance, no girl, jobbing. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the test.
So yeah, we'll talk about that because I was wondering why they did that. But as far as there's an article back in April saying that they got engaged. Actually, we wrote Sportskeeda wrote in February that they are engaged. So
they're big time heat on that couple. They got Lana Rusev heat. I mean, so
yeah, and there's even talks of Mia going over SmackDown, so they're going to split them up.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're thinking about ditching the Reckoning gimmick for her and just having her come back to Mia Yim. Shane Thorne came back on SmackDown, which he was what was he? So Mason T-Bar, Reckoning, and what was his gimmick?
I don't even know who you're talking about.
The dude with the mask, the other dude from Retribution.
Crowbar?
T-Bar. No, it was Mason T-Bar is Dijakovic and D.O. Madden. And then the other guy with the mask. What was Shane Thorne's name when he was in Retribution? Slapjack. Thank you, Mike. Slapjack. Yeah. Yeah,
Slapjack. Cracker Jack.
Yeah, he was. He's away. No mask, and he was in the Battle Royal SmackDown on Friday as a baby. So yeah, he's just they just ditched it, and so they were thinking about bringing Mia to SmackDown too, and that would be even worse because they're splitting them up. You know what I mean? But for some reason, they split up Naomi and Jimmy for a while, but they're bringing Naomi over to SmackDown now.
Yeah, they're probably bringing her to SmackDown to babysit him. That's probably what they're doing.
Yeah, it seems like that's the case. And
right?
I think I like the Usos, man, but I'm like, what type of what type of lesson or what type of image is that for someone to get a DUI twice and each time they give them the titles?
Bro, it's funny because you'll hear about, oh yeah, bro, they're PG, because we've got stockholders now, this and that. Well, I guess the stockholders don't matter in a case like this.
Yeah, you know what? And I think at the end of the day, it's like it's one of those. If it would have been,
Shanky
or Squeaky Cedric or anything like that, like that would have been canned.
Forget it. Yeah,
it would have been canned.
Yep.
But because Jimmy Uso has a stock in the Roman Reigns angle now, which would could lead to The Rock coming back and them being needed for that and things like that. He has way too much stock, and so it's like you have wrestlers in the back. Like, how is this fair?
Bro, what about, and I don't even watch SmackDown, but what about Reigns reprimanding him? And then Uso breaks down and just says, bro, listen, man, I got an issue, man. I'm an addict, man. I'm an alcoholic, bro. Like, he really breaks down. I've gone to rehab. I've done this. I've done that, man. What do you want me to do, man? What do you want me to do? I'm sick. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then Reigns beats the crap out of him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like you could have actually done the angle and put more heat on Reigns.
I agree. I agree. I think my thing is, of course, I don't want anybody to lose their job, and I'm a therapist, right. And so I talk to people who are recovering alcoholics. I provide therapy to them, and so that's right up my lane. If you want to keep him as opposed to, and it's unfair. I would say it's unfair, especially to a lot of other people who's been let go for a lot less. And so, look, if you want to keep him on the show, fine. I don't want people to lose their jobs, but you need to give him a receipt.
Yeah.
And his receipt is getting the brakes beat off of him on an episode of SmackDown by Roman Reigns is kind of like hey, look, this is tough love type of deal. Yep. And I think that's how you do it. You make that a whole segment. You make that carry over throughout the entire SmackDown.
And you know what, bro? See, Chris, that's the thing. Stuff like that will make people respect the show.
Yeah.
Will respect the show, not like, wait a minute, bro, you're gonna reward that?
Right.
They would get the complete opposite positive reaction.
Correct. I agree. There's some talk that rumors the reason for Keith Lee's heat is that he dared to trademark his name, so he owned it. Yeah, I did hear about the trademark.
That could very well be a reason. That sounds like a totally legit reason.
Yeah, and of course that's just a rumor, but I've heard about some talks about that and him having heat with WWE because of it. Next we get the Natalia. We talked about that, and then we get the Sheamus. We get the Bobby gimmick with Keith Lee. And then Goldberg comes after that and says, "I'm next," and that's Goldberg gimmick, and that's what we expected. Goldberg to come back and lead up for SummerSlam.
And that's another thing, Chris. It's like, bro. Again, I guys, people listening to this show, I hate to keep bringing up when I wrote this show back in my day. I hate to keep bringing it up, but in this scene, okay, bro. Bro, I'm sorry. MVP ain't going to separate these two guys if they want to. Yeah. He's not going to. You're going to need to unload the entire locker room. It's not going to be MVP. It's stuff like that, bro, that, man, come on, guys. Like, please do this the right way. Please. Yeah. MVP ain't going to stop these guys from ripping each other up.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And you have to make this look more colossal than it did. It didn't really look colossal to me. Yep. And to me, I was also thinking in my head, like, you've already did the MVP speech, then you did the open challenge, then you get the home state pop from Keith Lee. He's a Texan. He gets that. And then you do the Goldberg deal. And so it's like you've already got a segment and then the pop, and then people did the Goldberg thing. And it's funny. This is what I was thinking, Vince, during this time. You get all the Oldberg, you get all the he's 54, you get all these things. But guess what they did when he came out? Goldberg.
The Pavlovian dogs. The Pavlovian dogs. Exactly. Guys, now it's time for you to say Goldberg.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, like, it's funny how a lot of people are so quick to be so negative and be those armchair, quarterback and armchair writers, right? But as soon as Goldberg comes out, they go straight fanboy on him. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay. So what happened to Oldberg? What happened to 50? What happened to 54, 55? What happened? Go! Oh my gosh! Like, you knew it was coming out. You know what I mean? You knew the segment was coming out, right? Yep. And so the whole gimmick came out with the pyro and the all that, and then you see all that. You're like, yeah, man, go, man! Oh my gosh! And I'm like, oh, okay. So on Twitter, though, just a few hours earlier, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't believe Oldberg is coming back. I can't stand it. Oh my gosh, I can't. Fanboying out.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it is crazy, man. Next, we get Jinder Mahal cuts a promo, and he gets interrupted by a black tank top Drew McIntyre. So he's not playing any games now, Vince. He's got a black tank and some jeans and some boots. And so, like, now he's more of a rebel type deal. And, okay, look, I'm going to put WWE over to an extent here, because it's clear that the fans were just, a hair away from giving Drew the Cena treatment, the Cena 2006 to 2020 treatment, right? Of, okay, we're getting too much of the same thing, so we're going to start booing. Like, we even saw that yesterday when they first showed him, and then he cut the promo. They would go, boo! Oh, it's great to be a fourth warrior. And so it's again the Pavlovian treatment there. And so, and the thing, he was getting boos and cheers too. And then, he comes out, he does the rebel thing, and he gets more cheer than booed. And I would say, okay, I think that WWE did a good job with using Jinder as kind of like a decoy for Drew, because it's clear that he was about to tip over to that getting booed as a babyface. Jinder has enough heat, and we talked about this sort of running with Russo. It feels filler. It feels absolutely filler, but at least Jinder can garner enough heat to make the fans still care about Drew as a babyface. So I'll give the WWE that much.
I won't give it to them yet because I'm not so sure that they don't go back to it next week.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Let's see if they stay that course.
Yeah, hopefully they will. Hopefully they'll stay that course. It looks like they'll have a match together at SummerSlam. Looks like that's where they're going. Yeah. And so I think they need to do more Drew angles like that. They need to do more people that is trying. Austin said this a few years ago on his podcast that was really good about how you should book stars to still make them feel main event level, even when they're not in the main event, so to speak.
Yeah.
He said for that baby face that's chasing the title, either you're being booked one of two ways. Either you're actually chasing the title or you're attempting to chase it and someone comes in and detours you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said that makes so much sense. And that's how good booking. That's how Austin stayed in the main event scene, even when he wasn't competing in a main event match. Because one, if he wasn't chasing the title, he had Vince and the corporation to try to detour him and derail him from aiming to title. At the end of the day, I want the title, but I'm having people derail me along the way. Yeah. And that's how they should book people in the WWE now. And hopefully they do that with Drew. But I agree with you. I'm not, I don't have enough, confidence that they'll keep that going as opposed to just having him be in the title picture again. But they should have more of those kind of derail angles to kind of freshen his babyface character again.
Here's another thing though, Chris, like, again, I'm going to put you in, rather than, baby faces do this, heels do this. I'm going to put you in another scenario. You're at a bar with two of your buddies. Okay. Not Shanky and Cranky, but, Yui and Dewey.
Okay.
You're at a bar with Yui and Dewey. There's a lone biker. Mm-hmm. Okay. You get in war of words with the lone biker. The lone biker picks up a bar stool and cracks you over the head. Mm-hmm. Are Yui and Dewey your two buddies running 1,000 feet away and hugging each other? Is that what's happening? And then the biker gets another bar stool, beats you more, and your friends are still 1,000 miles hugging each other. Bro, where would that ever? Bro, why do you think so many people turned off of wrestling and went to UFC? Yeah. What do you think, bro? What? Because they can believe UFC. People act like they would act, bro. That wouldn't. There's three of you and one of him, and we're gonna hug each other on the stage because that's what heels do.
Darting. Oh no! Oh my God! Oh!
Come on, bro. And meanwhile, see now again. Say I'm writing the show and I make that mistake. What would I do? Well, bro, what you got to do next week is you got to have Cranky confront them and say, what the frig, bro? You're going to stand by this guy's beating the life out of me. You know what I'm saying? And let him get into it with but no, bro. Yeah. So now not only do the friends not help, but the friend who got his rear end kicked in says nothing about it. Like Chris, you're not going to question Yui and Dewey. Like, what are you guys kidding me? Like, you're gonna stand by and you wouldn't have that conversation?
Oh, we absolutely will. I'll have it with both of them. 100%.
That's what I mean, bro. That's the problem, man.
Yeah, agreed. Speaking of problems, Jeff Hardy comes back to No More Words, and so he's been talking about for months that gimmick is that theme song is going to come back when there's fans, and it actually did. So he gets his No More Words entrance, his other theme song, his solo theme song. He gets the pyro, gets everything. Jeff Hardy's a Hall of Famer, but he's been booked absolutely poorly since he's came back. And so this makes the Karrion Kross loss even worse because Jeff Hardy couldn't buy a win for so long. And over the past year, his win-loss record has been one of the worst on Raw. And then you get Karrion Kross with a very, very short type of vignettes. Somehow that ends up him just standing on the rampway, the beginning of the rampway. Oh gosh, what is her name? Scarlett
Bordeaux.
Bordeaux, yeah, Scarlett Bordeaux. Scarlett Bordeaux, his real life girlfriend, which makes so much of the gimmick. She does the whole walk, to the ring. She does the fall and pray, type of deal. And then it pans to him behind her doing the whole, deal, and doing another boom, 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 he's doing the whole deal and none of that. It was just like, okay, yeah, I'll just do the second reserved, type of entrance. That's the jobber entrance type of deal. And that was it. She wasn't around. It was no thing. He came out with his NXT championship. And I'm like, okay, why in the world? Who came up with the idea, Vince, to just bury NXT in a few minutes, just like that? And they're supposed to book them to be a third brand. They got absolutely buried tonight.
Bro, there's a whole backstory to this, and he had to be taught a lesson. And bro, like, here's the funny thing, Chris. Again, let's go back to real. Let's go back to UFC. Let's go back to MMA. Let's go back to any realistic situation. Mm-hmm. So, bro, they beat him. There's a backstory. He's got heat. There's reason why. But that's
why does he have heat, though?
Well, bro, it's twofold. First of all, who was he in the angle with at NXT? Because I don't watch NXT.
Recently he's with Samoa Joe. Before that was with Finn Balor.
Cole?
Adam Cole, yeah.
Adam Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly there was an in-ring promo. He took a shot at Cole. Cole came back and basically said to him, "You're nothing without the entrance and this and that."
Yeah,
and
I remember that promo. Yeah.
They had a fight and they had words back in the locker room. So what did they do, bro? They booked him on a dark match. No girl, no entrance, no nothing to show. Yeah, bro, you are not. He's right. You are nothing without any of that. So what do they do now? Now they do it on Raw. They do the same thing. But Chris, here's the sad part. All of that isn't even enough. They have him actually cut a promo after the match to further embarrass himself by saying, Jeff Hardy is going to be sorry he ever beat me. Bro, what fighter has ever, in the history of boxing, MMA, what fighter after a loss has ever said, so, bro, Joe Frazier, bro, is going to be sorry he ever beat me. Bro, they embarrass him. Wow. They embarrass him with no entrance. They embarrass him by doing the job. And they embarrass him by him cutting a stupid promo 3 times, bro. They embarrassed this guy.
And no girl, and no Scarlett.
Right. Yeah. 3 times, bro.
Wow.
3 times.
That's terrible, man.
Well, they got to show who's boss. They got to show who's boss, bro.
But it's weird to me because I watch NXT weekly, and I've kept up. I've been watching NXT, for years, and so I followed up consistently. And the past NXT, he actually won up Samoa Joe and choked him out. So I'm wondering, okay, so he's kind of been eluding Joe because now Joe's like the assistant GM. It's kind of like Regal's kind of muscle, making sure that he's okay. Him and Cole and him and Cross, Joe and Cole and Joe and Cross have been at odds. And so it seems like that's kind of some combustible gimmick going on with both of them. And so, he can't. So the gimmick is you can't touch Joe unless provoked. And so he choked Joe out and he said, this is provoked or whatever. And so he one-upped Joe on NXT. But why would they even have him come to Raw with his NXT title as champ?
Chris, you should know better than anybody because of what you do. The head game. We give it to you, we take it away. Yeah. We give it to you, we take it away. That's the game. It's the head game, bro. They just screw you up in the head. You walk into work every day, and what am I doing today?
Yeah.
I mean, bro, I was reading an interview with our buddy Tucker. Mm-hmm. Had no idea they were splitting him up with Otis. Bro, he was on a golf course. They called him at 2:00. We need you to come to TV. Yeah. He went to TV. Okay, we're splitting up you and Otis.
Yep.
Okay, bro, it's insanity.
Yeah, I interviewed him last week. He was on Unscripted last week.
Insanity.
Yeah, I agree. So, what in the world goes on with Cross? I mean, it doesn't make sense unless they have him lose the title in NXT and just come up to Raw, just transition that way with the loss behind his belt to Jeff Hardy. And just what a way to, debut Karrion Kross out of anybody who looks like he can beat up, just about anybody backstage.
And this has this to me has an Aleister Black feel, bro.
It does. And it's just so petty to me. Like stuff like that can just be handled backstage. Why would you tarnish the potential push of a character who looks legit like Karrion Kross? Why would you do something so petty? It is an abuse. It's an abuse of power.
Power, control, bullying, all that stuff, bro.
100%. Yeah. And so next we get Alexa's Playground with your girl Lily comes back. And then Eva and Doudrop are dressed in the cheetah gear, and that's what you get. And then Eva, she trips on the grass or the swing, and I saw this. I said, already they're making her look like a comedy act. And it's just like, what again? And you said this. You talked about the rib from a long time ago. They're going to bring her back to Ribber. You've been saying that for a while, and it seems like it for sure.
Well, because think about it, bro. Let's first of all, she looked phenomenal in that outfit, and the hair and the hat and the whole package looked phenomenal. Okay.
Yep.
But Chris, think about somebody writing this scene out on paper. Think about somebody writing this. Yeah, and then on her way out, Eva Marie trips and end scene. Like, bro, did you look at what you just read? Do you know what that's going to look like out there? And Chris, you just hit the nail on the head. So now she's tripping over imaginary things. So now the powerful fitness model, guru, inspirational leader looks like an absolute idiot and buffoon because she's tripping over her own 2 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh my God.
What does this do? I keep thinking of Endgame, Vince. Yep. What does this do to her character? Why humiliate her? How is this building her character by humiliating her? She was supposed to be this pompous diva who was very narcissistic. And somehow they said, you know what? We're going to implement you tripping in this and looking like a complete buffoon. And it's like, you got to get to the point. You got to get to the point that you just say, "Wait a minute, what is this doing?" You got to speak up. Like,
you got to speak up, bro.
What is this? What is this doing for my gimmick? Why am I tripping?
And bro, the problem is too, Chris. It looked so bad because there was no good way to do it.
Yeah.
She's tripping over something that's not there. There's no way to make that look good.
Yeah.
And bro, when it looks that bad, why are you putting that on TV, bro?
Yeah.
Unless you want to embarrass this woman.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. And I was looking at this show and I was like, man, where's the storylines? Why like that is just such a lost art in professional wrestling. where in the world of the storylines? It's just match after match after backstage segment. And the backstage segment somehow is supposed to give me really intrigued that this match is coming up at the later night. But where's the storylines at? Like, why is this not continued over the weeks? And why does everything have to be just compacted into like just a match or something like that? Why can't we get some drawing out of this? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Nothing at all. It just
yeah, Chris, again, I'm just gonna go like, bro, every time I can remember instances where we knew we had an opportunity. Like, bro, there were times during Monday Night Wars, WCW was preempted for the NBA.
Yep.
Bro, when we knew we had the entire audience, okay? Chris, you could say whatever you want. I want people to go back and find the first TNA show. Find the first show when we went head to head with Raw.
Yeah.
Bro, whether you hate it or love that show is not the point. Look at what we did on that show. Mm-hmm. Because that was the first night we were head to head. Look at what we did on that show. That's what this show should have been. This is the night the fans are coming back. Yeah. That's what this show should have been. That's why, Chris, I was 1,000% sure they are going to save this show because they're going to bring Becky out at the end. Mm-hmm. And that's all people are going to remember. I was okay, bro, all this stuff is going to get a pass. Becky's going to come out at the end, get her big pop, and we're going to go off hot.
Yeah.
And when we didn't get that, I was like, man, you guys, I don't even know what to tell you anymore, man. Yeah. I don't even know what to say. And then, bro, you've got this match now at the end. We're up to Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. Bro, first of all, I don't like the idea. If you notice, she had, I swear to God, Rihanna's identical logo under her eye, Rhea Ripley. It's identical. Bro, I'm a biggest Rihanna mark in the world. I know everything about. She had the exact Rihanna logo. But anyway, bro, here's another thing. The whole idea for 2 weeks has been the leg. That's been the whole story. The leg. So it's bad enough, bro, that she's not selling the leg. But Chris, with a bum leg, you put somebody in a figure four?
Yeah.
But see again, Chris, that's the agent. Somebody in that conversation with Charlotte and Rhea Ripley and the agent and who's ever there, somebody has to say, wait a minute. Wasn't she working my leg for the last 2 weeks? Right. Why would I put her in a figure four? Because I would take most of the impact on my bum leg. That would be the last thing I would do. Yeah. Somebody's got to bring that up, bro.
Agreed. And I forgot to bring out real quick when the tag match with Natalya and Tamina. I don't know if you noticed, but when Shayna Baszler kicked Natalya out, when she was inside, she kicked her. She kicked her on the shoulder. And she did the head gimmick. She fell.
Bro, see, you got to look for that. You guys, we got to look. Thank you, Chris, for looking. I missed that. You got to look for that, bro. Either they're not selling or they're selling the wrong body part. One of the two, 90% of the time, bro.
It was clear that she kicked her in the shoulder. And she's like, oh, man.
But, bro, keep this in mind. In the earlier segment, Charlotte takes out the leg again. In the earlier segment, remember Ripley's selling the leg.
She took off the heel. Yeah.
Bro, here she comes down the ramp. Big leg gimmick.
Yep.
Walking perfect. Like, how did you make it to this level if you can't get that simple detail down? Bro, she worked your leg 30 minutes ago. You were selling it like now you're doing a big stomp. And, like, what? Bro, how are you on television if you can't sell that leg?
Yep. I agree, 100%.
Oh man, bro, come on.
Yeah, and I was hoping for the Becky deal too. Even the fans clearly were, because they were getting Becky. Good cleanup by Charlotte, by the way. You know, Becky's nursing at home right now, so that was the good heel promo. That was a good heel comeback there.
But that made you think she's coming at the end, right?
And that's what I was thinking too. I was like, okay, that was a good heel comeback, because that's going to detract her from coming. Okay, well, that's true. She could be nursing. She could be at home. And then, of course, that would cause even more surprise. Oh, well, she's there. But no, that none of that happened. We get Nikki. It's not even Nikki Ash anymore. Now they say Nikki ASH. So it was Nikki Cross, and then it was Nikki, almost a superhero, Nikki Ash. And now they say Nikki ASH, and I'm like, okay, what?
It's got to be an inside joke, bro. That
has to be.
We'll find out about it. It's definitely got to be an inside joke.
Yeah, real quick. I mean, what do you think about her being Raw champ now?
Well, first of all, I don't recommend. Listen, some lunatic jumped the barricade at AEW.
Yeah.
Okay, not too long ago. We talked about that. Okay, Chris, as much as I was against the fan hitting the ring, bro, listen to me. I don't care about AEW. I still care about WWE. Bro, I don't recommend for WWE superstars to go in that crowd. Yeah. Guys, listen, if you don't want those fans to hit the ring, bro, do not. Nikki, do not walk into that crowd. You don't know where they've been. You don't know. Nikki, do not. I swear to God, Chris, I was cringing. And thank God I saw a little kid. I was like, oh, thank God there's a little kid. Yeah. I was cringing what she was walking into.
She seemed like she was super hyped. And then
she realized
just like that. She was like, ah! Oh, wait.
Yeah, no, bro, do not.
You just got to settle the barriers.
Yeah, bro, please do not go in that.
Yeah, she automatically she automatically realized, okay, yeah, I mean, COVID season isn't completely over yet, so maybe I should just keep it at the barricade.
No, man, who is wiping their nose, hands? Do not, bro, please.
Get down,
yeah. Oh man, bro, I swear to God, I was looking for a child, for some kind of safety.
Yeah, you need to be tested after that.
Oh, man, bro.
Let them know about the brand, my man.
Yeah, guys, please check out all my podcasts, bro, and all the wrestlers I have on all the shows, man, at russosbrand.com or patreon.com/Russo TWC.
Absolutely. And follow me at Chris Prolific. I hardly ever plug my stuff, man. Follow me at Chris Prolific. Do that. After the show, as soon as you hit the show, hit that exit, follow me at Chris Prolific, and we will. And I'll be happy if you do that. If you don't, I'll super kick you. He is Vince Russo. I'm Dr. Chris Featherstone. We always stop and check. Oh, we had one last thing. Shake and shrug. We had a comment here. And I think we're going to do it if I can find it real quick. Here we go. Timothy is asking us to do this. With no more of the bouncies on Raw, do we get a bouncy retirement segment from you guys? You guys knew how to get them over. You ready?
I don't know if I'm ready to give up on them yet. The bouncy.
No, you're not ready for it yet.
I gotta see Dana without Mandy. Okay. Then we will do the retirement bounce.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. That's fair.
Right. Absolutely. I'm still holding out hope.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll grant you that. Yeah. It kind of feels like we won't see Dana either anymore or just she'll be sitting at home for a while. So they try to make something up for her. It just doesn't seem promising. But we might get the bounces on NXT, Vince. We might get the bounces on NXT.
Yes.
So, we might get that. He's Vince Russo. I'm Dr. Chris Featherstone. This is Legion of Raw. Have a good night. So long.